everybody, I am here to do another pattern roundup. I was going through Ravelry as I do on occasion every day, and I came across some things that were kind of fun. I am a bit of a nerd. I love pop culture and I love different fandoms and whatnot. I came across some patterns I thought would be really fun, so I've put together a fandom pattern roundup. We'll start in. I've got various fandoms from TVs, movies, things like that. I've got 19 patterns plus one extra that isn't technically a fandom, but is near and dear to my heart, and therefore I'm going to throw it in as a special at the end, so you'll have to stick around to find out what that is. Per usual, I will have a link to my bundle on Ravelry down below. Let me know what your favorite one is. If there's any that you have already made or that you're thinking of making. I'll see if we've inspired anything in you here. I'm going to be looking around at various places because I've got my tablet that has my notes, and my computer over here that has a screenshot of what order everything's coming. So I'll be looking around at my various notes. Please forgive me. First up, we have Lord of the Rings fandom, Fellowship of the Shawl. This is really pretty. It's a fingering weight shawl. It takes about 500 yards of fingering weight, so it's fairly big, and the gauge is 6 inches to 1 inch, so it's in stockinette. It ends up being about 46 inches wide by 22 inches deep, so just shy of 4 by 2 feet if you're American. I think it's really pretty. The eyelets, the lace work in it is just gorgeous, and of course these colors are beautiful. I like that it's light. It's not a real heavy shawl by any means, so it's something with spring coming up, it would be good for, just a little something extra around the shoulders to keep you a little bit more snugly. That blue is really pretty. I think the blue is gorgeous there. So it is a half circle shawl. It's based on characters of Fellowship of the Ring. According to Ravelry listing here, each of the 9 members of the Fellowship are represented in the shawl by a distinct lace art. So this does have charts, it's lace, and it's black. It is $5 American right now. Next up, we have, still working on Lord of the Rings, we've got smog mittens. Each category I tried to give at least one thing that was just kind of just fun. So that would be the smog mitten. As you can see, they are made to look like a dragon, or two technically, since you got one on each hand. The eyes on those, the little bit of white there on the eye really makes them look real. And I like the little orange in the nose there that look like they've got fire just waiting. These are fingering weight 35 inches to 4 inches for the gauge, and stockinette. It's stranded colorwork, of course, and the pattern comes in English and Swedish. It is currently about $6.19 American. They're worked from the bottom up in the round, and it has a chart and a written pattern with it. Lots of options there. Next up, this one is kind of fun, I thought. It technically, I guess, doesn't necessarily belong in Lord of the Rings, other than they have dwarves. We have a dwarven detachable party hood. It just looked fun. It is made with super bulky yarn, 9 stitches and 9 stitches and 12 rows to 4 inches in stockinette. It's $5 American, and it's a one size 32 inches round by about 20 inches tall. It was just cute, I think. We wouldn't want the dwarves to go unrepresented in our little fellowship. We're moving on. We've got 2 for our next fandom. That is Star Wars. We've got the Rebel Alliance Skull and Crossbones slouch hat. It is a fingering weight colorwork hat. It's worked from the bottom up. It's got a chart. It's worked in the round, and it uses duplicate stitch. So if you're wanting to learn duplicate stitch, this is a good chance for you to try that out. It is one size adult, and it's currently a free pattern. It's put out by Sarah Wilson. So I was a fan of Star Wars when I was a kid. Of course, I grew up with the original 3, but I didn't really get into it much after that. Honestly, the 3 prequels kind of put me off a bit, and so it's been hard for me to get back into it, but I'm trying to get back into it. If any of you are fans with Star Wars, let me know where I should start. Should I just start over with movies again, or should I, is one of the shows like, I know there's so many, I'm gonna get them wrong, like The Mandalorian, or any of the shows those that come earlier, would those be better to start with? If you know, if you have suggestions, let me know down below. The next one is a fun one for our Star Wars gang, and that is a life-size R2-D2 cozy. It is Aran weight. It is 4 inches to 1 or 4 stitches to 1 inch in stockinette, and it is 37 inches by 56 inches around. So over just a hair over 3 feet tall by more than 4 feet around in circumference. So it's a big one. It is 3-dimensional. It's made bottom up. There's chart. There's embroidery involved. It's done in the round one piece. It's sphere shaped, so that'll be a challenge too for and it's got stripes and color work, obviously, because you can't just have plain old white R2-D2. You must have all the accurate doodads and gigas on it. It is free. There's a link in the listing for a free pattern, and it is pretty cool actually. The pictures, I looked at it. It's pretty good. From what I can tell, it shows how they stuffed it and everything. It's kind of fun, some behind the scenes stuff. So check it out. Next up, we are launching. We've got 2 for Star Trek. I wasn't a huge Star Trek fan necessarily. I was familiar with it. My college roommate was big into Next Generation. I watched a little bit of the original series, and I've watched Deep Space Nine, all of, and I watched My Brain Has Fried, the one with Scott Bakula, where he was the captain with the beagle. I'll look it up, I'll put it in here to show that I looked it up. But anyway, so I watched some of it, and I enjoy it. I might try looking it up again some more. But anyway, so of course I saw this next one, and with the way I've been feeling about some things lately, I thought this is great. It is a red shirt because, well, so we have the Next Generation sweater. It is a Aran weight sweater. It's men's sweater, but we can wear them too. It is worked flat and then seamed, and it is from a book called Knits for Nerds: 30 Projects, Science Fiction Comic Book Fantasy. And I'll try to find the book. I meant to do it before this and to confirm, but I will, if I can find it, I will put it a picture. So, and I just thought it was funny. It sounded kind of fun, and it's got a difficulty rating. It looks like about quality rating. It looks like it's got about 4 stars, and it's an easy rating. Average difficulty is tiny. Next up, for our fun one, again, I'm feeling a little angry lately with the world, and so I thought, what would be better than a knitted batleth? So, for those of you that can afford a batleth of your own, then here is a chance to knit one. It is a fingering weight. It's 23 stitches, 4 inches in garter stitch for the gauge. It takes about 580 yards, and it is obviously one size. Pattern is English. It is $6 in American. It involves I-cord. It involves Kitchener. It's seamless. Obviously, you knit it sideways. It's flat, but it also comes with a photo tutorial with it. So it looks like, obviously. So if you see when she's laying down there with it on the floor, it looks like a batleth. However, it is technically a scarf or a shawl, and so you can see the different ways it lays. It looks pretty neat. I like it, so it was kind of fun. Okay, now we're gonna launch into my personal favorite fandom right now is Harry Potter. I've been a Harry Potter. I was a little late coming into it, but I came into it in about 2004, somewhere around there. So it's been about years for me. I was a little bit late. The first one we've got is the Hogwarts House Mug Cozies. Now a lot of these patterns coming from a couple of Harry Potter books. I will put them in here for you. This one is from Knitting Magic, the official Harry Potter knitting pattern book. It is House Mug Cozies. So they're cozies for your cups that are in house colors. They are DK weight, bottom up in the round, seamless, striped colorwork, written pattern. These would be great if you're new at knitting or new to either in the round or stripes and want something kind of simple, small, and something that is, for lack of a better term, inconsequential. If you mess up on it, you're not wasting a lot of yarn, and it's a mug cozy, So next up, we have the Harry Potter mittens. Now, the Harry Potter mittens are made from fingering weight yarn. They are 36 stitches, 4 inches for the in-stranded knitting for the gauge. They are one size, adult mediums is what we're coming down with, and they pattern is $5 currently, and it says here that you can make smaller mittens in a tighter gauge and skip 2 to 3 stitches on each side so that you can make them a little smaller. You can make it a little larger by going up a half a size on your needles. It talked about that on the listing here, so I should spell that out. There's a chart. There's obviously gusset that uses Kitchener stitch in there, stranded color work, and there is also a written pattern, and it's done in the round. It doesn't say what direction it's from the bottom up at the top down, but it was kind of fun. It would be a little pretty, I think, to have very letter on your hands, but hey, to each his own. I thought it was fun. So next up, we have another pair of handwear of sorts. We have the Yule, let me get this straight, the Yule Ball Engagement. I can't pronounce that. It is a fingering weight pattern, 28 stitches and 32 rows, 4 inches in stockinette with a gauge, 395 yards, and it comes in 3 sizes. It's English. It's got crocheted edging, eyelets. It's done in the round. There's lace, there's seamless, they're textured, and there's a written pattern and charts. So it's got a little bit of everything for everyone. The pattern is found in the unofficial Harry Potter knits, which I looked for, couldn't find it. I will look again, and if I find it, I will link down below. Otherwise I might have to get this out of here. So yeah, they're really pretty, I think. If anyone's got any kind of fancy get together coming up, they might be just saying for you. Next up is the Lestrange look. Now, as horrible as she is, I have to say, I always kind of like the little. She was just a little on the wacky side, and not like her as in I want to be her friend, because I wouldn't trust her farther, but like her as in she was just interesting to me. So this is found in, again, the unofficial Harry Potter knits. It's also found in Knitting Wizardry 27 cell binding projects. So I'm gonna look there again and see if I can find it. It is 28, so it's lace weight, 28 stitches and 34 rows, 4 inches. There's 3 sizes available, and it is done bottom up. There's chart, schematic, and a written pattern. I just think the lace work is so pretty. It's called a cloak, but it has sleeves on it, so it's not technically a cloak, but it's really very pretty. I hope you enjoy it. Now, next up is our kind of fun one here. It is the blanket that must not be named. This is a 6-panel project that can either be each panel be a scarf, or you can put them all together and make a blanket out of it, or you could combine them in any kind of order or whatnot. So it's kind of choose your own adventure, so to speak. Pattern is a little expensive. It's $14. However, if you think of it as getting 6 scarf pattern, a pattern that does 6 scarves, that might be able to. And there's actually each pattern. It's 6 separate panels, and then if you look at it, each panel has like 6 different things on it, charted things on it. So it would be time consuming, but it does look interesting. This is by Tess Campbell. Fingering weight, uses up to 1,500 yards of yarn. It's double knit, 1 piece, stranded colorwork stripes, and it's flat, and there's charts. So yeah, it looks interesting. I'm not sure when I would do that for sure, but I might get one. No. Next up, we have Stranger Things. Now, Stranger Things is one I have not watched. I think I watched the first 2 episodes, and then I have a lower than sometimes. And if something doesn't catch my attention right then, sometimes I'll come back 2 or 3 years later. I'll watch it, and I didn't watch it the first time. So the first thing is the Stranger Things cowl. It is fingering weight, 27.5 stitches and 29 rows or 4 inches in stranded colorwork and stockinette stitch. Takes about 570 yards. The pattern is in English. It's $6.99 American, and it is by Mary Annarella, and it's got a belt on there. So if you're wanting to practice doing stranded colorwork and motifs kind of thing, this might be the thing where you just start learning that on, because we know that we know what it's supposed to look like, so hopefully we'll know if we're making a mistake on it. So yeah. The next one we have is the Stranger Things hat. Now, I didn't really have a fun thing out of Stranger Things, but I thought the hat was really cool. It's a cable hat. It is worsted weight, up to 200 yards. There is sizes available. There's an adult plus a bonus of a small child size on there, and it is $2.49 American. But I really like cable work on there. I thought it was really cool. So it's supposed to look like the intertwined organic tendril of the gate in Stranger Things portal into the other house. Yeah, I pretty. So I hope you enjoyed. Okay, next. Now we're moving on to out of technically, I guess, a fandom and into do a lifestyle day. Dungeons and Dragons. I love Dungeons and Dragons. I'm new at it. I've only been doing it for about a year, but I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. And so first up we have our huge D20, because everybody needs a huge D20 to hang around. It is Aaron weight, 18 stitches, 4 inches, gauge, up to 600 yards. It's 3-dimensional. It's got charts, because of course each side has its numbers. It's seamed, flat, and it's got a written pattern as well as charts. It is a free Ravelry download, and so it'll look fun. I think I'm actually gonna make it. I'm not sure when, but it'll be one of those things I work on as well, and then I'll take it to my D&D meetup sometime just for kicks and see what happens. Next up, we're on to some dice bags. I really like. I saw several dice bags on there that were really I like. So the first one up is a Harry Potter fandom one. It's a Hogwarts House Colors dice bag. It is a DK weight, 6 inches to 1 inch. There's 6 stitches to 1 inch. It's an English pattern. It is a free pattern. Uses corrugated ribbing. It's got eyelets, I-cord. It's done in the rounds, seamless. It's square, and it's a written pattern. So it's got, again, a little bit of everything in there. So if you play or you want to play, what better way to combine some fandoms than to do that? Next one is Entish. It is another. This is called the pouch, but I think it would be great as a dice bag. Obviously from the Two Towers, and it is worsted weight. It ends up being about 4 inches big, so it's big enough for a couple set of dice in there. Bottom up in the round, rectangular, seamed. Although it says seamless as well, so I'm not sure on that one. It's flat and it's written pattern, so I'm guessing the reason they say that is you've got the flap on there, which obviously would be done flat, and maybe that's seamed onto the back. And then you could also, I have a friend who loves strawberries, you could make that even into like a strawberry, make it strawberry red, and kind of maybe tweak the shaping a little bit, so if you feel adventurous. The next one up is the dice bag of minimal magic. It is worsted weight, takes about 65 yards. It is 20 stitches and 26 rows, 4 inches, and it is free Ravelry download. So it says get creative while knitting the dice bag of minimal magic. Come up with a minimal magical bonuses for you and your Dungeons and Dragons party. It's knit from the top down and in the round. It does use brioche, which I'm wanting to learn, so that would be good. It uses I-cord in there. It's seamless, and it's got a written pattern, and it's 3-dimensional. So it should be fun. I like that one. I think it would be really fun. Okay, now this is our last dice bag and our last of the regular patterns that I was going to show you. We still have our bonus one to go. So the last one is called the scale out, and I just think it is so cool. So it is a worsted weight, small. It comes 3 sizes: small, medium, and large. Uses up to 60 yards of yarn, and it is done in the round, 1 piece, written pattern, seamless. It comes out to be about $341 American. It's €3 right now, but I think it's really cool. If you look at it, it has those little scales, the little beaded, well, they're not beaded, but they're like jewelry, metallic. You use them to make like chainmail jewelry in there, and you put them in there to make it look like scales. I just think it is so cool looking, and it would really, of course, keep that shape there. I think that this would probably be both frustrating and so rewarding at the end of it, and trying to get some of those really cool color patterns on there would be just awesome. Okay, so now we're on to our bonus pattern. I am a Gen Xer, full blown, right in the middle Gen Xer. There is no Zennial here. So I grew up playing Oregon Trail on the good old Macintosh computer, and I saw these socks and fell in love. So I found a bunch of other patterns too that I thought were just perfect for Gen Xer. Let me know if you want to see any of them. I thought they were really fun. So Oregon Trail socks. They are fingering weight. They're 36 inches and 40 rows, or 36 stitches and 40 rows to 4 inches, and there's 4 sizes depending on, obviously, on your foot circumference. There's a heel lapse, there's stranded colorwork, and it's cuffed down. And I laughed so hard when I saw these. I have to admit it. I just laughed because obviously if you look at it, one foot says the Oregon Trail, and the other one says you have died of dysentery. I can't tell you how many times I have died of dysentery in my life, but it was always so disappointing. So I just thought this would be really fun to make. So anyway, so that that's what we got today for our pattern roundup. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know down below. And what other kinds of patterns are you interested in? We've got spring coming up. I was thinking of doing a spring pattern. I've got a couple of other ideas for some themes that I'm looking for. But let me know what you're looking for, and I'll see what I can do to find you. Are there techniques that you want to specialize, or that you want the patterns to specialize in? I plan on doing 1 or 2 pattern round. I'm gonna do my hot right now pattern roundup every month, and then I'm planning on doing like one other one in the middle of the month sometime, as well as my weekly videos. I've also got some shorts and stuff that I've got planned coming out. So let me know what you want, and I will do my best to help you out. Have a great day. Bye.